What's going on, guys? How y'all doing? Welcome to the WWE Raw Review Results Reactions for Monday Night Raw 2021. We have the first match of the night, which was Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Kicked off Monday Night Raw. We went right to the ring, but finally we see Drew McIntyre and them battling out. Finally, fans start booing. We see the Miz TV. We get all that. But Drew takes the kick out for two. Then we see Drew McIntyre keeps. But we see Drew keeps takes with a shot to kidneys. Drew keeps fighting for more on the apron. Sheamus charges in, drops Drew on the apron with a bro kick. It falls to the apron. Fans boo. Both get Sheamus with 10 beats the broom chest. Sheamus then slaps Drew with the knees and trade to the open time. Probably this match ended with white noise, but Drew hangs on. Sheamus cloverleaf submission for 2 count, but Braun Strowman and the mystery partner versus Raw. But this match ended with Drew McIntyre finally getting the we can see the bro kick, but Drew beats midair with a claymore kick. At the same time, Drew covers Sheamus for the pin to win. Drew McIntyre defeats Sheamus 1-on-1. After the match, Drew slowly gets back up to his feet as the music hits. We go to replays. We get Naomi backstage with dancing when Nia Jax gets in her way. They stare each other down. Will face off next in the ring. Get Nia versus Naomi 1-on-1. Winner's match was Nia Jax. She powerbombed her. It hits her in the middle of the ring for the pin to win. Winner Nia Jax defeats Naomi. We got the WWE title match. Bobby Lashley versus Miz 1-on-1 for the WWE Championship. We're back to the Neils. No matter what happens, even has to carry Miz to the ring himself. He will defend the title at 10 p.m. Eastern against Bobby Lashley. We got the Raw Tag Team title match. Raw Tag Team titles, Braun Strowman and Adam Pearce versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Winners of this match was we see the Hurt Business. Shelton Benjamin runs down Braun and still hits the running power slab. Shane jumps in on the apron and yells at Pearce. And Braun makes the tag. It ends up Shelton rolls up him right up for the pin for the pin to retain the tag team titles. Winner of the Hurt Business defeats Braun Strowman and Adam Pearce. After the bell, Strowman, furious on the apron, he yells at Shane and promises to wreck the place, saying that he will. A furious Braun makes his exit. Shane looks on. But Braun stops on the stage and looks back at Shane, pointing at him and shaking his head. We got the Damien Priest is backstage with the 44 champion Bad Bunny and Elias and Jackson Riker make their mutual respect has once in a lifetime. Here's a proposal. Still to come, Miz will defend the WWE title against Bobby Lashley in around 34 minutes. We got Elias versus Damien Priest. Damien Priest has been really impressive on the main roster. Really dominant. Damien Priest defeated Elias in a one-on-one match. Damien Priest hits the shift away, and then the missile drop. Then misses the kick. Elias takes the cover, loads from behind, but Priest is on Elias' shoulders now. But Priest slides out at the bell clap, and then they kick. Priest drops Elias with hits the lights out for the pin to win. Damien Priest defeats Elias 1-on-1 and still remains undefeated on the main roster. Got the match. Priest stands tall as the music hits, and then go to replays. Bad Buddy joins him in the ring as Elias Riker look on for ringside. They announced that the video events leading up to Lashley versus The Miz. We also see what happened earlier when The Miz claimed to be sick. So we see Miz and John Morrison walking backstage now. We get Caleb Braxton with Randy Orton asking about the events. Been subject to the win over the Fiend at TLC. Or doesn't know what the hell happened last week. We talked about play a video package replays from showing Liquid. Orton said that unless Bliss wants to end up like the Fiend, he suggested that otherwise she will be no compassion in what happens next. Bliss appears on the screen behind Randy Orton laughing, and get a pentagram on the floor like before as she turns the wheel on a toy, and it plays the tune. Orton appears. Bliss now the voice while Randy Orton watches off from backstage to the screen. The fake Orton said that he doesn't end on your terms. Soon you will face the face of everything that you have ever done. Orton, then the fake Orton starts laughing while the real Orton starts coughing backstage. Orton leaves in a hurry while continuing to cough. The fake creep Orton laughs on the screen. We got the WWE title match finally. Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. We're seeing the bell rings. The Miz immediately rolls to the floor, grabs the title. The tag keepers area. It runs up the ramp. Fans boo. The ref counts Lashley. As Lashley sings in the ring, The Miz is counted out. Winner by countout, Bobby Lashley. After the match, the announcers retain the title due to countout. Bobby Lashley's furious and heads up the ramp. Got Charlotte Flair versus Shayna Baszler 1-on-1 match. I see Charlotte talked about revealed the 2 count on the middle of the ring. The big chops, some more chops with the quarter. Flair with a big overhead thrown. And then we see Charlotte Flair kicks her in the face. Baszler applies a Kufla clutch, but Flair breaks it and drops Baszler on the knee. And then it hits a natural selection for the pin to win. Charlotte Flair defeats Shayna Baszler. After the match music hits, Flair heads right to the ramp. Jax rushes to the ring. We got Shane McMahon and Adam Pearce are backstage now. Shane says Pearce to tell Bobby Lashley that The Miz will be stripped of the WWE title, and Lashley will receive the title if Miz doesn't show up tonight and defend the WWE title in a rematch. We got Riddle and Lucha House Party versus Retribution. Winners of this match was the Lucha House with Matt Riddle, the United States Champion, and the Lucha House Party picked up the victory. Then we got a match, one-on-one match with Riddle versus Mustafa Ali. And the winner of this match, Mustafa Ali, hits a face buster for the top rope for the pin to win. Mustafa Ali defeats Matt Riddle 1-on-1. We got The Miz. Walks backstage. Shane McMahon, Pearce walk back. Miz, the champion. Shane said he needs because he does everything he deserves to go to WrestleMania and deserves respect. The Miz says that he has been humiliated when Shane McMahon protected him. He said that everything is all up to the Miz. Excuse me. We got a lumberjack match for the WWE title. Bobby Lashley versus The Miz in the main event on Monday Night Raw. So you can get former John Morrison fans boo. We get the formal introduction of Mike Rowe. Miz stretches out the WWE title. If the referee music comes out, Shane McMahon. He thinks that something to make sure that the title is consistent fairly. Babyface, they all surround the ring. Miz looks on as Lashley took on. The bell rings. Out of nowhere, the Lumberjacks hit a back, roll back at a ring, roll back at the ring. But Lashley launches Miz across the ring. He rolls back out, but begs Mustafa Ali, Raw Tag Team Champion, Shelton Benjamin, to roll back in the ring, and Lashley drops him with a frontliner in the middle of the ring. But then Lashley mounts Miz with a right hand. Miz fights from his knees, but Lashley just takes punches. Lashley presses Miz high in the air, but tosses him out of the ring. Lumberjacks roll him back in the ring. But the Lashley rolls to the corner again. Lashley up with a big spine buster in the middle of the ring. Lashley stands over the Miz, waits for him to get back up. MVP barks orders for ringside. Lashley applies the hurt lock at the middle of the ring, and the Miz submits for the finish. Winner and new WWE Champion Bobby Lashley becomes the new champion, defeats the Miz. After the match, Lashley stands tall with the WWE title in the middle of the ring. As the music hits, MVP joins him. As we go to replays, Lashley goes to the back, and the Miz applies the hurt lock again, ragdolling the Miz around as the Lumberjacks look on. Lashley tosses the Miz to the back and raises the WWE title back in the air as MVP cheers him on. Lashley puts him on Miz's chest and raises the title again as the new WWE Champion continues his celebration as Raw goes off the air. That is your official WWE Monday Night Raw review. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel right here at Danny Parker, the official YouTube channel for WWE Monday Night Raw. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel at Danny Parker right here on YouTube.com, my official YouTube channel. That is the Monday Night Raw review for Monday Night Raw. Hope you enjoy it. Like, subscribe, and for more. And that is the room.